Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Marquee Picks, and today I got the NBA player props for you for Wednesday, January 7th. I got six player props for you guys, covering a 12-game NBA slate. Very big time slate here for the NBA today. Loads of props on the board. Today's a perfect day to get access to that NBA projection sheet. You'll get access to every single player playing tonight and get their prop projections, and you guys can compare the lines to the PrizePicks lines, and you guys can find edges very, very quickly, and yeah, make better decisions when placing bets on PrizePicks. So I highly recommend you guys get into that today. Again, 7-day free trial. For those of you that just want to try it out, get a chance to sign up for it and get access to that for today. Highly recommend that. So yeah, not going to recap too much on yesterday's video. We went 2 and 4 on those props yesterday, and we've been kind of on like a teeter-totter really over like the last week. I would say we have a strong day hit-wise, and then we have a bad day hit-wise. So it's kind of one of those. Today, for playing the trends, today should be a good day here on the channel for these props, and I think we have a lot of good edges here today. With there being so many games, there's a lot better, edges being shown here today. So hopefully we can come through here with a very strong day. So let's go ahead and kick off the first prop I got for you guys. It's going to be Moussa Diabate under 21.5 PRA. I got him at 17.5. So first game up, we got the Raptors and the Hornets. Raptors are 2.5-point favorites, 230.5 point total. So a pretty mid game environment in terms of the pace and stuff like that and scoring. And this is a guy, Moussa Diabate, that I'll give him credit. He has cleared this line in 4 of his last 5 games, so he is on a little bit of a trend upwards. But I just don't see this as a very good matchup for Moussa Diabate, with this being a pretty, I would say, a matchup where you're going up against the Raptors, who have a lot of guys that can steal away rebounds. And, that's really what Moussa Diabate is going to lean on for most of his stats, is the rebounds, because he's a big-time rebounder. And he can score points too, but he mainly gets all of his stuff done by rebounding. And I just don't know if he's going to have very much success rebounding in this game, just because of the Raptors. They got a lot of guys that can rebound on that side of the ball, even without Jakob Poeltl being out there for the Raptors. Again, they have very athletic guys. I mean, Sandro, who's an athletic, versatile big. Colin Murray-Boyles, who's playing pretty well for another athletic kind of big. I think it's going to give Moussa Diabate some problems in there when it goes for rebounds, and I just don't know if he's going to have the biggest scoring game. So taking his under 21.5 here to kick off today's player props. Jumping into pick number 2, we're taking Tre Jones under 21.5 PRA. I got him at 17.1. So this is probably my riskiest pick of this slip, because I just don't really love this one a ton, just because this line does feel pretty sharp. But I'm taking his under just because Coby White is back. They are still without Josh Giddey. But Coby White, he did come back last game. He was a little bit limited. I do expect Coby White to play a little bit more minutes in this game, so that will definitely hurt a little bit of Tre Jones when it comes to scoring. But for this matchup, we got the Bulls taking on the Pistons. Pistons are 10.5-point favorites, 234.5 point total, so there's definitely some blowout risk involved here. And Tre Jones, he won't really play in blowouts, so there's definitely blowout risk here. And again, he really, even in the time that Coby White and Giddey were out, he still hasn't even really cleared this line. He's only cleared it, I think, 1 game out of like the 3 or 4 games that Giddey and Coby White have been out. So it's not like it's a crazy pick to go under here. I mean, it's the trends. The trends will show it. He's gone under this line in 18 out of 30 games total this year. And yeah, I mean, over his last 10 games, he's only gone over this line 3 times. So I mean, and he's comfortably going under in those games as well. It's not like it's really like a sweat. But I don't know. I kind of feel a little bit weird about it. I just feel like he's probably due to have a big game at some point, but I just don't know if it's going to be tonight against this Pistons defense here on the road. I just don't see Tre Jones having a very tough game. So yeah, I do like Tre Jones just because I just don't love the matchup, but you could say that he's due. So that's why that's really the only risk I'm concerned about is, he's due to have a pretty big game at some point. I just don't know if it's going to be tonight. I wouldn't expect it to be tonight because it is the Pistons, and I don't really know if the pace is going to be there either. So yeah, I'm taking the under here. I think this is just not a great spot for Tre Jones. Jumping in pick number 3, we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 41.5 PRA. I got him at 50.5. So we got the Thunder taking on the Jazz here. Thunder coming off an absolute ass whooping against the Hornets. They lost by like 30 points which was pretty embarrassing there for the Thunder. But this is a perfect get-right spot for them. They're 17.5-point favorites, 241.5-point total, so a great game environment. And I guess the only thing you could say here is the blowout risk. You know, if you guys don't want to take this because of the blowout potential, I wouldn't hate it. You know, that's the only risk that I see here if Shai Gilgeous doesn't go over, is the blowout risk. That's the only reason Shai won't go over this line is if there's a blowout. So, you know, 17.5-point favorites, playing the Jazz, who, you know, they're struggling right now. They had a pretty good start to the year, but they've since came back down to earth. But I think Shai, he's cleared this line in 20 out of 36 games this year. He's majority of the time going over this line, and as long as this game does stay competitive, and if Shai does play 4 quarters, he will go over this line. I know in last game against the Hornets, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he didn't really, you know, have the best start to that game, and that was a reason why Thunder ended up getting obliterated there. But he did have a pretty strong third quarter. But, you know, he never came back in the fourth quarter because of the blowout. So, yeah, we're hoping this game stays competitive. 241.5-point total, so there's lots of points expected to be scored here. I think this is a great game environment here for Shai, and I just don't really know who's going to be able to guard him for the Jazz. So I think Shai's live to get at least 30 points, and he should easily rack up some assists and rebounds in this game as well. So I do like Shai here, as long as this game does stay competitive. Jumping to pick number 4, got Jordan Clarkson, over 10.5 BRA. Got him at 16. So we got the Knicks taking on the Clippers. Knicks are at home here, 5.5-point favorites, 224.5-point total. So not a great game environment. You know, anytime you play the Clippers, it's not a great game environment. But this is a guy in Jordan Clarkson that is very consistent. He's going to play around 20 minutes off the bench, and he's really a guy that's going to go out there and chuck up shots, and that's really what we're going to be hoping for Clarkson in this game. I do expect Clarkson to come out here and hit the 3-ball pretty effectively. And the Clippers defense, it's okay. But it's really just like the pace that we're worried about, because it shouldn't be a very fast-paced game. They're expecting this to be a pretty slower-paced game, so we're hoping that there could be some pace involved here. I just think 10.5 Clarkson. I mean, anytime I get a number this low on Clarkson, I'm going to pull the trigger on his over, just because he's that, you know, he's a microwave off the bench, you know. He's either going to be missing all of his shots or he's going to be making all of his shots. And he's cleared this line as well. I think like 18 out of his 30 games this year as well. So, and over his last 10 games, he's gone over it in 6 of them. So 6 out of his last 10. He hasn't gone over it. He's only gone over it in 2 of his last 5. So, you know, and he's gone under it in 3 straight. So I expect him to have a bounce back game here. I mean, I just don't understand why he wouldn't. And yeah, give me Jordan Clarkson here over 10.5. It's not a big number. Microwave shooter off the bench. He's going to give Clippers some problems here in this matchup. Jumping into pick number 5, got De'Aaron Fox over 19.5 points. I got him projected at 23.3. So yes, we did just take him over his points in yesterday's video. And yes, he did not hit. He actually had a very miserable game. So I just see this as a perfect opportunity for De'Aaron Fox to have a bounce back game. And now his line dropped to 19.5, so he only has to get 20 points. I mean, come on. You're playing the Lakers here. 7.5-point favorites are the Spurs. Both these teams are in back-to-backs. 233.5-point total, so great game environment, pretty solid. And you're playing the Lakers here, who don't play pretty good defense on point guards. And this is a team that just gave up 41 points to Trey Murphy yesterday. So the Lakers' defense is not very good. We're hoping De'Aaron Fox can just get 20 points here. And De'Aaron Fox has been struggling recently, and we're hoping that he can get back on the right train here today. So, yeah, let's go with De'Aaron Fox here to have a very bounce-back game here. And, yeah, get over this line. I mean, 20 points in this kind of matchup. I mean, come on, De'Aaron Fox. You burned us yesterday. Let's get you right today. And, yeah, have a very strong pick here. So, before I get to the last pick of this slip today, real quick, guys, drop a like on this video. You guys killed the video yesterday. Got to 28 likes, I believe. So, keep on smashing that like button. It helps me out a ton. Excuse me. Helps get these videos out to more people that need free picks every single day. So, keep on smashing that like button. You guys have been killing it. I really do appreciate all you guys' support on these videos. So, let's go ahead and jump into the last pick of the day. We're closing it out here. We're going with Denny Avdia under 42.5 PRA. I got him at 36.1. Familiar face here on the channel. This is definitely the most picked guy we've taken on the channel. This is probably like I want to say probably our 10th time taking him at this point. And every time that we take him, it's going to be under. I would say almost every single time we're taking is under. And I mean, I just don't understand. This seems like a bonkers line to get this at 42.5. Let's go down the matchup here. We got the Rockets taking on the Trailblazers. Rockets are 6.5 point favorites, 225.5 point total. Not a very good game environment here at all for Deni Avdija. I mean, this is going to be one of my favorite picks of this slip. Once again, I just love Deni Avdija taking his under. I mean, it's cashed really every single time for me. Maybe I can only remember like a couple times where it's burned me. But majority of the time, he's going under this line. And yeah, this is just not a great matchup here. The Rockets play very, very good defense. And, I just don't see the scoring being there for Avdija. Maybe he gets some rebounds and assists. Maybe he gets like a double-double maybe. But I just don't know if he's going to be able to score like in the 25-plus point range, which this line is going to expect. So, yeah, it's just a tough matchup. It's not a very high-paced game either. So, I mean, under 42.5 PRA just seems like a lock to me, man. I mean, this is definitely my favorite pick of the slip. And, yeah, we've been hitting on this guy really in every single, time we pick him. So, playing the trends, familiar face. I'm going to rock Deni Avdija here under 42.5 PRA. So, that's the 6 player props I got for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, real quick, drop a like on this video. Only take a second to do. It helps me out a ton. You guys have been killing it. Love you guys a ton. And, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We got the college football playoff props video out. I don't know if I'm going to make one for each game or just have one for both games. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. Let me know if you guys want me to do one video for both games or just do one video for each game. I haven't decided what I want to do yet, but I'll figure it out here. It'll be figured out tomorrow. So, yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.